Hello everyone. Today we are going to be doing exercise 18 of the programming textbook. Now programming exercise 18 says you land an exciting summer job for 5 weeks. It says it pays $15.50 per hour. Suppose that the total tax you pay on your summer job income is 14%. After paying the taxes, you spend 10% of your net income to buy new clothes and other accessories for the next school year, and 1% to buy new clothes. After buying clothes and school supplies, you use 25% of the remaining money to buy savings bonds. For each dollar you spend on savings bonds, your parents will spend 50 cents to buy additional savings bonds for you. Write a program that prompts the user to enter the pay rate for an hour and the number of hours you worked each week. The program then outputs the following: A. Your income before and after taxes from your summer job. B. The money you spend on clothes and other accessories. C. The money you spend on school supplies. D. The money you spend to buy savings bonds. And E. The money your parents spend to buy additional savings bonds for you. Now the first thing you want to do in this little programming exercise is declare 7 variables. Now the reason we have so many variables is so that it's easier to understand the program. If not for these 7 variables, it would be a lot harder to understand the program. All of these variables are going to be doubles because since we are working with money, most our pay is going to be in decimals. So hours work P bonds. Now these are going to be the bonds that your parents buy. What else? Double clothes. That's the amount you spend on clothes. Double accessories. And double bonds. And also integer salary. Now here, the first thing we're going to do is print out a statement telling the user to type in their pay rate and their hours worked. So, please type in your pay rate and hours worked. Now we will CIN pay rate hours worked. Now here's where we're going to do a lot of calculations, because it has a lot of math to do with it. So the first thing you want to do is write in the salary. Now salary is going to be equal to pay rate times hours worked times your hours worked. Now we are going to print a statement which will tell you your salary before income tax, which will just be salary, of course, because no tax is added yet. Salary before tax. Now, here it is. Now if we run the program, and I say, oops. Now that's that. Now let's see how it runs. Now my pay rate is going to be $15.15. Now let's say in 5 weeks I work 100 hours, right? Now my salary before tax is going to be $1,550. Now let's say if I work for 70 hours, it should come out as a decimal, but it doesn't. Because one really neat thing about C++ is that if you have a double if you have an integer and its value is a decimal or has a decimal in it, it will actually delete the decimal entirely, as I have said in my other videos, and it will just make it into a whole number. Now that is a really great thing about integers. Now here we are going to add the income tax. So now salary is now going to be equal to salary minus salary times 0.14. Salary after tax is going to be equal to salary Now the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be subtracting the money that you spend on clothes. Now, clothes is going to be equal to salary times 0.1. Now salary
Dad, are you there? Dad, is that you? Oh.
Now salary is going to be equal to salary minus clothes. Now then here, accessories will be equal to salary minus 0.01. Now the next thing is that salary will be equal to salary minus accessories. Now bonds will be equal to salary times 0.25. And now P bonds will be equal to bonds times 0.5. So here we have this. Oops. Now it's only going to tell us the salary before and after our tax. So 12, 100,000, whatever. It's only going to tell us that, but now I may be thinking, maybe we should just put all of the print statements below here, right? We should put all of them below all of the mathematical code. Well, that would make it much harder for us, because then we wouldn't be able to just simply print it as it already is. So one way better thing to do actually is to just do something like this, where you put the print statements in between the code. Just makes it so much easier because we don't have to change anything. We just use the values that are already in. So what we can do is we can do something a bit like this. So we put cout statements in between in these lines. Now cout, here is one cout money spent on clothes. Now clothes will go here. The next thing is see out money spent on accessories. Now next thing to do here is, I have no idea how that activated. Now we put accessories, of course, and L. Now here you should put see out money spent on savings bonds. Now this will just be bonds, of course. Now the next thing is see out money spent by your, actually, how should we phrase this? Money spent by your parents on bonds. Now this will just be bonds. And that should be the end of this code. Now let's see if there's any errors. No errors that I see right now. Now let's print it out. I work 15 and I work 100 hours. Now I got $1,550. I actually earned, though, $1,333, and now the money spent on clothes is $133.3, and the money spent on accessories is $11.99, and I spent $296.95 on savings bonds, and the amount my parents spent on savings bonds are $148 and 375 cents. Now that looks pretty cool and all, but a lot of people may be asking, well, what are we actually measuring here? So something to make it even more simple is to add dollar signs. Now you will add the dollar signs right here. Dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, yet another dollar sign, and the final and last dollar sign. Now if we do it again, see what happens. And that looks very neat. Now, looks like it's one more exercise complete, and I'll see you next time. Bye.